Mr. Miller, Steve Miller, not the guitarist, not the self-help writer, not the novelist, but just some guy with a YouTube channel. And I'm once again just driving and talking because unsafe and at any speed and all that. I have given up on the driving pigs. Despite the claims of the most brilliant scholar to ever walk the face of the planet, that he sees them everywhere, I have yet to see them, so therefore I am at this point choosing to disbelieve that they even exist and that he sees them. I think that's a big lie. And speaking of the most fabulous, fantabulous, brilliantest constitutional law scholar on the planet, he also has talked about the fact that he is a brilliant politician and that he's going to be running for something. He's going to be the governor of something, somewhere. And he came to mind when I saw an article today about a court in Colorado Supreme Court, I guess, that upheld a ruling that Donald Trump is barred from being on the ballot in Colorado because of a post-Civil War law that was passed, or that was established, that said that anyone that has fermented or supported or taken part in a rebellion against the United States or an attempt to overthrow the United States, they cannot be on ballots to run for federal elections. I think that's the gist of it. Again, I read the headline, I read a few lines, I kind of started skimming the article, and then all hell broke loose, as it tends to do. And so I didn't get to read the rest of it, but I'm still left with the thought that, God, Democrats or somebody must be really intimidated by Donald Trump if they're pulling out stupid shit like this. Why not put him on the ballot? Why not let the people give him the defeat that he really should get? I mean, I, for one, I've said this before, I'll say it again. Satan himself would have to be running against Donald Trump for the president of the United States before I would vote for him. Same is true of Joe Biden. Satan would have to be the most likely opponent, the front-running candidate on the other side for me to vote for Joe Biden. My disgust for both of those two individuals is about equal. But I think it's ridiculous to trot out an 1865 or 1868 law, whatever it is they're basing this on, to ban Donald Trump from running for president. Although, I have to admit, I am a bit shocked and appalled at his poll numbers. Holy crap, how can he be having such high ratings in the polls? That is mind-blowing to me. Unless they're, polling YouTube trolls and they're saying, oh, it would be fun to say that, yeah, I support Donald Trump. I just, then again, I was surprised when he got elected the first time around. Mildly surprised, given who the Democrats had up against him. But yeah, stop with this bullshit that's making us look like a third world country. Silencing critics, throwing people in jail for being dumbasses. I mean, where are all the federal trials for the people who were burning down state courthouses and municipal courts in 2020? Why aren't they up on Why aren't they doing time in prison for arson? Yeah. Like, oh, because those were peaceful protesters. That's right. Oh, yes, I forget. But hopefully, this thing in Colorado will end up going to the Supreme Court, and hopefully they'll take it up, and hopefully they will toss that decision in the trash where it belongs. I mean, hell, I'd probably even vote for Jose Maria Chilito de Castro before I'd vote for Donald Trump. I hope I never have to make that choice, but I'm fairly certain that I would vote for Chilito before I'd vote for Trump. I mean, they're both just awful shitbags of but why? Now I'm thinking about it, that's a really hard call. Who would I vote for if it was Trump? If it was Delete Laws running against the Trumpster? That is actually wow. That's a nightmare scenario right there. But then again, I would probably find myself voting for Chilito over Joe Biden as well, because, like I said, hate might be too strong a term. I am disgusted by both of those two guys. Actually, they're all three liars. They're all three braggadocious dimwits. Yeah, I don't know. I'm at a loss. It'd be way too hard a choice. Hopefully there will be somebody worth voting for in 2024. Although I don't have high hopes. So what do we have here? We have Luke. Hey, Luke. And I'm in a traffic jam, so I can actually look at the comments here. Luke says, damn, it's late in Ireland. So you're in Ireland? Well, here on the west coast of the U.S., it is 10:42. So 23:42. No, 22:42. 22:42 or something like that, or 22:45. I don't know. It's 10:30, quarter to 11, something like that. It's around the time I get off. But 6:42. That's either late or early, depending on whether you've been to bed yet. But it sounds like you probably have not been to bed. But yeah, now that it's stop and go, I probably should pay a little bit of attention to the car in front of me, or I will go into him and then we'll all be stopping. That would be no good. But anyhow, as much as I dislike Trump, I dislike these this transparent, frankly, weaponizing of the courts and the legal system to interfere with elections. Frankly, I find that very annoying. Oh, you have been to bed? So it's not late. If is it 6 or 8:42? I can't quite tell because it's too small for me to really read. But I hope they get this road work done soon. it's getting to be very irritating. But then again, I could just take the surface roads. Oh. But then I'd have less time to talk to the darkness. Yep, come on over, buddy. And I am out of things to talk about. That was just something that popped into my mind was that. I mean, the only other thing I have is to, uh-oh. There's a van that had its gas cap open and the cover dangling off. Yay! I'm not the only one that is that stupid. That's good to know. So what's up in Ireland except for you, Luke? You're a big Trump guy? Oh, okay. Well, that's good. I mean, you support who you support. I will admit that I do like some of his ideas. I like some of his ideas. What I really cannot stand is his personality and the way he behaves. I like to have a president that's a little less of an asshole. It's the only way to say it. I mean, I wouldn't vote for me for president because I'm an asshole. But I am really hoping it doesn't become Trump versus Biden because, like I said, I have to vote for Chile de Castro. Or write myself in. Yeah, vote for Steve in 2024. There you go. That's the ultimate, the ultimate candidate right there. I mean, if we were just to look at a lot of the issues, I would say that Democrats, they just suck something atrocious on just about everything. I pretty much I've always been the guy that's read all the voter pamphlets, read all the position statements on the websites and in the little things that they would put out, and then I would vote the candidate that I thought was most suitable to what I would want to have happen. But the way I saw my local Democrats handle the whole COVID thing, the way I saw them continue to just lie about all the rioting and looting and fire starting, arson, and call peaceful protests. The list of Democrats I could vote for is very, very short, and they are all individuals that Democrats dislike, it seems. Although I'm finding myself feeling that way about a lot of the Republican frontrunners in this presidential race. Again, I've been ranting about hating Donald Trump, disliking Donald Trump. Hate is too strong a term. That's another problem. People have been throwing words around that have lost meaning. Everybody was a Nazi for a while there. Although, now of course you've got those folks crying about everyone being Nazis in support of the people promoting Nazi agendas, like Hamas. It's kind of funny how that works. And I'm going to be coming into an area where I always lose the signal, so I should probably just start saying goodbye here. Let's see. Imagine you're Irish and you love Trump. Well, well, it's not super surprising, but I have a kind of a weird view of, I mean, it's been, what, 35, 40 years since I lived in Europe at this point, but being someone that spoke fluent Danish at the time, and a lot of people didn't realize that I wasn't Danish, and in fact I was American. Wait, okay, now I don't understand. You say you hate Trump? Then why did you... Oh, you follow him. Okay. What does that say? You something Trump. Oh, yeah, it was a typo of some sort. But anyhow, no dancing pigs tonight. No dancing pigs, no driving pigs, no pigs whatsoever. But during the 80s and early 90s, I was around all these creative people that were always going on about how evil America was and how America was going to start World War III. And then I had the other side of the fence, which were the military people who had a very different point of view. So I guess I'm not really surprised that there would be people in Ireland or elsewhere who think Trump would be a better person to be in charge of the U.S. than the alternatives. But, so yeah, it's not a huge surprise. But to me, it is a huge surprise that the just. Well, I guess I should say I don't believe the U.S. government is corrupt. I don't believe the court systems are corrupt. I have way too many friends and family that are somehow connected with government work or police work or something along those lines. But this thing in Colorado, Supreme Court needs to step in, or needs to go to the Supreme Court and need to say, no, this is as much bullshit as you guys using the Espionage Act the way that you tried to, or that you have. Let the guy go on the ballot. Let the guy go down in flames. Please let him go down in flames. No offense, Luke. Like I said, you're happy. I have no fault with anyone that believes in, people like who they like. People admire who they admire. Fine, cool, go for it.